back. Morgan County Cougars getting ready to take on Greenup County Musketeers. Rick Barker, Eric Nantel, along with John Brown. The Cougars this season are 16-11. They have scored 1,697 points. They average scoring 63 points per ball game. The Cougars have given up 1,556 points. Their average give up per game is 58 points. And from the floor, the Cougars are 539 of 1,202. They shoot 44.8% from the floor. The Cougars behind the three-point line are 160 of 420. They shoot 38.1% behind the three-point line. From the free throw, they are 284 of 387. They shoot 73.4% behind the free throw line. The Cougars will average pulling down 25 rebounds per ball game. The Cougars are led in scoring by Jake Helton at 16.5 points per game. Then is Blake Evans at 16.1 points per ball game. Garrett Atkins will average 10 points per game. Cameron Bush will put in 10 points per game. Garrett Wright will put in 5 points per game. And Zach Gillum will also put in 5 points per ball game. And their averages come up, John. The Cougars are playing better ball.
Yeah, like you said, Rick, Cougars are starting to peak a little bit more. I mean, we've seen spurts of this early on in the season, but the way they've played the last couple of games, it's about the best the Cougars has played all season, and it being tournament time coming up, just what I think you're going to talk about here in a minute, it's perfect time to start peaking.
Yes, it is. The Cougars has played Greenup County twice. They've defeated Greenup County twice. The first time these two teams met was in the Derby Classic at Raceland on December the 20th. Cougars winning that one 58-39. Their second meeting was at Greenup County on January the 8th. Cougars winning that one 75-60. In that game, the Cougars was 26 for 47 from the floor, shooting 55%. Greenup County was 25 of 49 from the floor, shooting 51%. The last time these two teams played, the Cougars was 7 of 13 behind the three-point line, shooting 54%. And Greenup County was 6 for 14 behind the three-point arc, shooting 43%. And this is what pulled it out for the Cougars, John. Cougars was 16 for 21 from the free throw line at 76%. And the Musketeers was 4 for 9 behind the free throw stripe, shooting 44%. The Cougars pulled down 28 rebounds, and Greenup County pulled down 20 rebounds. Blake Evans had 25 points. Bradley Nelson with 22. Jake Helton had 18 points. Logan Robinson with 15 points. Cam Bush with 12. Elijah Raby with 10. And Garrett Atkins with 10. Bracken Thomas with 9. Garrett Atkins with 6. Zach Gillum with 4. Zane Carter with 4. Let's take a 3-minute break for the national anthem. And for Greenup County, wearing jersey number 20, a sophomore, will be Zane Carter. And number 31, a senior, Elijah Raby. And starting for Greenup County will be a junior, Brecken Thomas. He will wear jersey number 55. And now getting ready for the lineup for Morgan County as they're getting the ovation as they are announced here. And at guard for the Cougars, wearing jersey number 1, a senior, Blake Evans will get the call. And a guard wearing number 4, a senior, Garrett Atkins. And at guard, a senior wearing jersey number 20, Cameron Bush. And at guard, a junior wearing jersey number 12, Jake Helton. And a senior, Zach Gillum. He will be wearing jersey number 5. And that is your starting lineup tonight for the Morgan County Cougars and the Greenup County Musketeers. Going into center court will be Brecken Thomas. He will be jumping against anticipating Cameron Bush. The Cougars, a week from today, and we'll discuss this during 30-second timeouts, will be taking on Elliott County in the district, and that will be at West Carter. And Cam Bush out at midcourt, getting ready to jump against Brecken Thomas. The official steps in. We're off. Jake Helton controls the tip. Blake Evans will run the point momentarily. Now it goes over to Garrett Atkins. Atkins backing it on out. Looking over this defense, 2-3. I figured they'd have a chaser on Evans, but we've not seen that yet. Evans with it, fired it inside to Helton, muscled his way up. No. And it's Gillum with a rebound. It's going to go out of bounds. That's going to go out on Greenup County. Zane Carter will knock it out. The Cougars will inbound. Garrett Atkins getting ready to put it into play. And looking inside to Cam Bush, he wasn't ready for it. And let's see, it's going to be the Cougars' first turnover. Inbound will be Greenup County. Bringing it on down the left side is Nelson. Nelson working over toward the left wing, now top of the key. Bringing it around. Garrett Atkins defending. Right side to Rabby. Rabby top of the key. Wanting it underneath is Carter. They didn't see him. Nelson right side. Nelson looking in. Now he's going to back it on out. Cougars in a man defense. Nelson works to the left side, trying to get the baseline. And off the glass, and Nelson will score 2-0. Greenup County with the first lead of the game. And bringing it down will be Garrett Atkins. Now over to Evans. Evans looking inside. Left side goes back to Garrett Atkins. Atkins checking the bench for instructions. Top of the key. Gillum comes way out. Now left side it goes to Evans. Over to Atkins. Fired it inside to Bush. Bush kicked it back out. A 3 will go up. Atkins hits that. Cougars with a 1-point lead. 3-2. 6:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Bringing it down will be Nelson, working the right side. Now over to Robinson. Evans defending, looking inside. Nobody there. Now he fires it over to Nelson. Nelson wants inside. Bush cuts him off. Gets the baseline. Fires it underneath. And Thomas. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Greenup County. And let's see who will inbound. Nelson Jr. will inbound. Defending the inbound pass will be Garrett Atkins. Inside it comes to Rabby. Rabby, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Greenup, up and in. Scoring will be Brecken Thomas. Garrett Atkins is going to bring it down. He's met by Rabby. Atkins looking inside, 2-3 zone. And inside to Helton, right side it goes. Baseline Bush. He'll put up a little floater. No good. Rebound Rabby. Rabby wants to run with it. He's into the paint. Good move by Rabby. And Rabby will score. 6-3 Cougars trail. Largest lead of the game has been 3. And that's been by Greenup County. Garrett Wright getting ready to come into the game. Atkins giving his offense some instructions. Back it comes to Bush. Quick release. Evans for the 3, and he'll hit it. And we've got our first tie at 6. Left side, Robinson, he's won that baseline. And wow, Robinson really throwed a shot to Blake Evans. And
got a foul on Logan Robinson. His first, team's first.
Wright will come in. I thought they had 6 there for a minute. And Bush will go out. Atkins, top of the key. Wright moves to the right wing. Now back to Atkins, left side. Atkins will put up the 3. Got it. Cougars broke the tie. 3-point lead for the Cougars.
Cougars' largest lead of the game.
Yes, Cougars' largest lead of the game. And it's going to go to the right side. Now back top of the key, Thomas. He comes way out over to Rabby. Rabby won the baseline. Hilton cut him off. Back over to Nelson looking inside. Wright comes out to defend. Wide open underneath and scoring is Zane Carter. Somebody went to sleep, John.
Yeah, Cougars got held up on that pick and roll there.
Jared Atkins. Now it goes over to Wright. Back to Atkins. Atkins fires it inside to Helton. Helton outside. Quick release. Evans, no good. Wright fights for the rebound. Loses it. Robinson with it. Bringing it on up is Nelson. Nelson top of the key. Working on the left side. Back to Rabby. Rabby's got it. Comes around. Left side it goes to Thomas. Up underneath. Again wide open was Carter. Coach Perry's got to call a timeout here. He's going to call a 30-second timeout. And I would say he's going to coach up a couple.
Yeah, they're going to work on that underneath the basket there because, like I said, 2 back-to-back wide open layups for Greenup.
A week from tonight is the district tournament. Doesn't seem it's here already, John.
Season's flew by.
It has. At 7 o'clock at West Carter, the first game, well, the only game, it will be Morgan and Elliott battling. And then Tuesday night at 7 o'clock is going to be East Carter and West Carter. The championship game will be Thursday, the 21st, and it's all happening at West Carter. In the JV game, Morgan County defeated Greenup 48-34.
Talking about that district tournament, though, Rick, that'll be 2 exciting round 1 games by both teams.
It will. This district is a tough one. 16th region is a tough one. It's a coin toss. Left side. Now it comes back top of the key. Inside to Helton. Now he's going to try to muscle it up and got it. Cougars lead by 1. 3:37 remaining here in the first quarter. Bringing it down is Nelson. Nelson wants inside. He's going to pull up quick jumper and hits it. And the Cougars will bring it to the length of the floor. Nelson had 22 against the Cougars the last time they played. Back to Atkins. Atkins looking things over. Rabby defending. Left side, Atkins. Evans. Wright. They're looking inside, John. It's just not there. Wright's going to pull it all around. Top of the key. Almost lost it. Back it goes to Evans. Cougars slowing things down a little bit. Looking for a back door. In there to Helton. Now Helton's going to work in the paint. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Robinson. Right side it goes to Nelson. Nelson bringing it up. Top of the key. Almost lost it. Right side it goes to Rabby in the wing. Try to get in the paint. Kicks it back. Robinson downtown 3. No good. Helton runs it down. Helton bringing it down. Shifting gears. Rabby defending. Helton kicks it left side. Garrett Atkins will put up a 3. No good. Rebound Robinson. Robinson's got it. Left side Nelson wanting to run. Evans defending. Nelson into the paint. Kicks it on off. Up and in by Carter. Carter's eating them up in the paint.
Yes, they are. I mean, it's wide open right there. They drive in, and the defender comes over to help, and he's wide open.
They've got Wright in the middle. Now it comes over to Helton. Left side Evans. 14-11. Greenup with a 2-point lead. They've led by as many as 3. Cougars' largest lead has been 3. Evans with it. Now over to Wright. Back to Evans. Evans into Helton. Over to Atkins. He'll put up a little jumper for 2. Cougars trail by 1. 13-14. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Nelson will bring it down. Atkins will defend. Raby comes over to the right side, looking inside. Raby with it, looking for a hole. It's on the floor, picked up by Nelson. Down to a minute 15, first quarter. 13-14. Cougars trail. Back out it comes to Robinson. He was bumped. No good. Right with the rebound. Out to Atkins. One-on-one. Raby defending off the glass. No good. And we've got a foul underneath.
Foul will be on Raby. His first, team second. Atkins will go to the line to shoot 2.
Garrett Atkins will make his way to the free throw line. And Atkins is a 69% free throw shooter. Missed the front end of that one. Last time these two teams played, Garrett Atkins had 10 points. Garrett needs 10 tonight to win.
He's already almost got that.
Yep. What's he hit? 2 threes?
He's got 8 right now.
2 of them threes?
Yes.
And he hits his second one. Inbound will be Robinson. He'll take it into Nelson. Nelson's going to bring it down. Atkins backing out. Cougars in that man. Bush back into the game. Garrett Wright out. Nelson with it, top of the key. Right side it goes back to Carter. Carter looking inside. Bush defending. Comes in over now to Nelson. 14-13. We're down to 35 seconds in the first quarter. We're tied at 14. Second tie of the game. And shot up, no good by Nelson. Rebound, Bush fires it, knocked out by Raby, and he goes into the Goon squad. 2 ties, 6 and at 14. That's where we're at now.
Speaking of the Goon squad, they've come out in full force tonight. They've got one section full and spilling over into the next section of bleachers.
They have. I tell you what, it's going to take everybody tonight. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. Cougars beating Greenup twice. Helton in the paint, off the glass. Helton breaks the tie. Cougars up by 2. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Nelson with it, wants the baseline. Atkins picked him up down to 2 seconds. Raby, and he'll just throw it away. I think Nelson lost track of the time.
Yes.
Cougars lead at the end of 1, 16-14. We will be back in 60 seconds. And we're starting the second quarter. The Cougars with a 2-point lead, 16-14. We had 2 ties in the first quarter, 6 and 14. The Cougars turned it over once. Greenup County has not turned the ball over. Cougars' largest lead was 3. Greenup was 3. And left side it goes to Raby. Raby's got it. Now comes back top of the key. Nelson trying to look inside. Back over to Robinson. Back to Nelson. Cougars in the man. Nelson looking inside. Now he pulls it back out, and he wants the baseline. Garrett Atkins fell down, and we got a collision underneath as we've got a foul.
Foul is on Beacon Thomas. That is his first, team's third.
Cougars will bring it down. Garrett Atkins, early first quarter. Cougars up by 2. Evans looked a little confused there. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Left side. Now back to Atkins. Coach Perry shouting instructions. Helton's going to bring it on around top of the key. And a quick release by Evans, and he hit it. And Carter was all in his face on that one.
Not much you can do about that defensively.
No. Nelson bring it down. Cougars up 19-14. Cougars' largest lead, 5. Robinson with it. Now goes back to Raby. Raby with it. Over to Nelson. Robinson. Raby. Nelson. 6:35 remaining in the first half. Cougars lead 19-14. Over to Carter looking inside. Nothing there. Now it's a little give and go. Steal. Atkins comes up with it. He's going to pull it out. Quick release again by Evans. He hit that one in front of the Goon squad. 7-point lead for the Cougars.
It won't take them long to get that chaser on Evans. He's 3 for 4 tonight.
You know, I've been wondering about that, why they've not already done that, John. Nelson, I don't know if they have anybody that can stay with him. And Nelson will put it up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Bush come down with it. And Bush is shifting gears coast to coast in the paint off the glass. Missed it. Gimme. Atkins come down with the rebound. Nelson took it away underneath and blocked by Helton as Thomas went to put it off the glass. Hustle Cougars. Let's see. Where are they going to inbound it?
Underneath Greenup's basket.
And finally get it into Greenup, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Zane Carter. And I don't believe Greenup has substituted as of yet. Greenup doesn't go very deep. Getting ready to inbound. And lobbed it up to Carter. Too easy. Carter scored. 22-16, Cougars lead. 5:35 remaining in the first half. Atkins will bring it down. Looking to the right side. Now goes over to Evans. Evans looking inside. Evans back to Atkins. Evans with it. Rabbie defending against Evans. They've switched. Now they're back in the 2-3. Bush. Atkins. Got him off his feet. Baseline. Atkins. And put it up. No good. Gillum. Right side running with it is Nelson. Nelson's going to go coast to coast. And he's going to be fouled.
Foul will be on Cam Bush. That is his first. Team's first. Nelson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Nelson eyes it up. Puts the first free throw. Got it.
Rick, on behalf of Cougar Nation, we've got 2 Cougars that's nominated for Player of the Week this year, or for this week. One is Jake Helton for the boys, and the other is Jenna Hampton for the girls.
Oh.
And just go to Lexington Herald Leader and click on high school basketball, and you can vote for both.
There you go. Nelson hitting both of them. He's a 76% free throw shooter. Over to Bush. Bush looking inside. Bush back to Evans. Over to Atkins. Atkins looking inside. He got by Rabbie. Atkins in the paint. Kicks it left side. Bush got a 3. 25-18. Cougars lead. Back to their largest lead of 7. He walked. No, called jump ball. Nelson.
Possession arrow, Cougars.
Evans will inbound to Atkins. 4:18 remaining in the first half. Cougars lead 25-18. Atkins will bring it down. This has been pretty much a no foul game. Only 4 fouls has been called. And got it inside. Back to Bush. He'll put up a 3. Got it! Cougars firing on all cylinders. 10-point lead for Morgan, their largest lead. Greenup has led by 2 and 3.
Cougars shooting 7 for 9 behind the 3-point line.
78%. Nelson with it. He wants inside. He's got to kick it on back to Robinson. Now over to Nelson. Nelson looking inside. Kicks it to Rabbie. Rabbie wants the baseline cut off by Helton. Rabbie kicks it back to Nelson. First substitution, Griffin Keaton in. He's got the ball. Bush blocked it. Comes down to Cougars. Right side, Helton. In the paint is Helton. Helton, little spin move. No good. Gets his rebound. No good. Rebound. Hook shot. No good. Still fighting for the rebound as Gillum had come down with it. Nelson, top of the key, trying to get her inside. Good move by Nelson as he'll score. Garrett Atkins will bring it down. 2:50 remaining here in the first half. Cougars lead by 8, 28-20. And Atkins putting on a dribbling show. Little move there as Robinson comes down with the rebound. Now to Nelson. He's off the glass. No good. Bush rebound. Looking to throw it. Shifting gears. Over to Helton. Helton will put up a three. Got it! I think 4 of the 5 starters has hit threes from memory.
Yes, the only starter that hasn't made a three, and I don't know if he's attempted one this season, is Zach Gillum, is the only one of the starters that didn't.
And we got a 30-second timeout. Cougars defeating Round County the other night, winning 60-54. They're leading right now 31-20 over Greenup County. Cougars' longest losing streak started, or is 4 games, started at Owensboro, losing to Glasgow 61-68, then losing to Elliott 56-59, losing to East Carter 54-57, losing to Boyd County 58-68, and finally got a win 69-45 over Fairview. And Nelson will bring it down the court. Greenup County trailing by 11. Top the key. Inside. Off the glass. I think you're going to count the bucket. No, he walked. Greenup County's first turnover. Griffin Keaton, he got in that back door. Griffin Keaton is the first substitute for the Cougars. For Greenup County. Right side. Now it comes back. Top of the key to Adkins. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Cougars lead 31-20. Inside. Had it taken away from Adkins was Nelson. And misses shot. Adkins got the rebound. Deflected by Helton. Evans thought about that three. He pulled it down. Rabbie defending on Evans. Evans pulling it back. He's going to run the point. Now it goes back to Adkins. On over to Bush. Back to Adkins. Inside to Helton. Helton kicks it back to Adkins. Cameron Walker getting ready to check in for Greenup County. Cougars kind of taking some time. 1:10 left here in the first half. Cougars with an 11-point lead. Right side it goes to Helton. They're not even looking to the basket, John.
No, because they've had Gillum open on that back door a time or two.
Yeah. In the middle it goes. Right side, Helton thought about the three. He lost it as he went up with it. Third turnover for the Cougars. Rabbie off the glass. Missed a gimme. Carter followed. No good. Helton rebound. Helton shifting gears. Only one back is Keaton. Nelson finally got back. Gillum with a little hook shot and scores on the rebound. 13-point lead for the Cougars. Nelson getting ready to bring her down. 28 seconds left here in the first half. Nelson, top of the key, will take it over to Robinson. Inside back door, Rabbie.
Cougars playing that uptight man, and Greenup County seeing that and running that back door some on them, and it's working for Greenup County.
Quick release, Evans, no good. Rebound, Robinson, 1 second. And Rabbie will put it in at the buzzer. That's the way the first half was going to end. In the second quarter, Cougars ended leading 33-24. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have halftime stats. Scoring 16 points in the first quarter. Greenup only scoring 14. In the second quarter, the Cougars scored 17 points. Greenup County scoring only 10 points. The Cougars had 3 turnovers. Greenup County with 1. We've had 2 ties, 6 and at 14. And the Cougars has led 7 times. Their largest lead has been 13. Greenup County has led twice. Their largest lead has been 3. John?
And for Greenup County Musketeers, they put 4 players on the scoreboard the first half. They are led by Brady Nelson with 8 points and Zane Carter with 8 points also. You got Elijah Rabbie with 6 and Thomas Beckett with 2. Greenup County pulled down 8 rebounds, and from the free throw line, they shot 2 for 2 at 100%, and behind the three-point line, they was 0 for 3 at 0%. And to lead the way for your Morgan County Cougars, you've got Blake Evans with 9. You've also got Garrett Atkins with 9, Zach Gillum with 2, Cam Bush with 6, Jake Helton with 7. Cougars put 5 players on the board the first half. Cougars, as a team, had 12 rebounds. And from the free throw line, they was 1 of 2 for 50%. And the big factor in this game, the Cougars was 8 of 11 from the three-point line at 73%.
And that's the way it stands here at the half. Cougars lead 33-24. The last time these two teams played, it ended up with Blake Evans with 25 points. Brady Nelson had 22. Jake Helton put in 18, and Logan Robinson with 15. Cameron Bush had 12. Elijah Rabbie with 10. And Garrett Atkins with 10. Brecken Thomas with 9. Garrett Atkins had 6. And Zane Carter, he only had 4 points the last time that these two teams played. And I'd say he's got more than that now.
He's doubled that tonight. He's got 8.
Yeah, Zane Carter getting quite a few points into the paint. And I'm impressed with Rabbie's play tonight. He's played a lot better this first half than he did the whole game last time they played.
Yes, I agree. Like I said, Greenup County's working the ball around, trying to run that set play and trying to beat the Cougars on that back door for the easy 2. And yes, it has happened a couple times because the Cougars are playing aggressive defense. Not fouling aggressive, but just playing up tight in the face.
Do you look if points in the paint is hurting the Cougars? They'll go back to that 2-3 zone like we've seen against Round County?
I would, because, it wouldn't hurt because, it's not like Greenup County shooting the ball from outside the three-point line. They're not getting any points out there. They've shot 3, but they haven't hit any. I think I would drop back to the 2-3.
I was looking for them to do that earlier, but Coach has stayed with his man. I was also looking for somebody, and Greenup's practically stayed in that 2-3. They've shifted out man a little bit, but they've stayed in that 2-3. I looked for a chaser on Evans, and we didn't see that in the first half.
Didn't see it either, but the way the whole team is shooting, like you said earlier, Evans is 3 for 4, but you've got Atkins is 2 for 3. And you've got Cam Bush is 2 for 2, and you've got Jake Helton that's 1 for 1 ball behind the three-point line.
Right.
If you're going to chase them, you're going to chase them all. You're going to have to play man.
Exactly, and I think we talked during the timeout that 4 of the 5 starting Cougars has hit at least 1 3. Is that right?
Yes.
So yeah, you're right, John. You can't. You can go to man and put chasers on every one of them, I guess.
And talking about the Cougars playing that 2-3. Coach Perry may not want to show that 2-3 to everybody. They've got a lead right now, and when they get in the bigger games and stuff like that, they drop back and play that just like Round County. Hit that 2-3 paid off for them against Round County.
Phelps is here Wednesday night, 7:30 tip-off, senior night.
There'll be a big crowd, big goon squad then.
Oh, yeah, it will. And goon squad over there across the way, and like you said, they spilled into another section down there too. And speaking of big games, February the 18th, a week from tonight, the Cougars will be taking on Elliott County at West Carter in the first game of the district. The loser of that one will go home. The winner of that one will either win the district or runner-up. Either way, they're going to go to the region. Tuesday night, it's the Spoilers, East Carter, taking on West Carter. All this is going to happen at West Carter, and that's a 7 o'clock tip-off. John, I'd like to get down there and see that one, East and West.
That would be, like I said, the way East is playing right now, East has upset some teams. I don't know how many they played right here, but it started when they played the Cougars in the regular season.
Yeah.
I think East has only lost 1 game, and that was to
Boyd County.
That was to Boyd County, yes. That's the only game they lost. So they're clicking on all cylinders also, but West Carter's, a pretty good team also, and they've got that home court advantage on district tournament time, and that always helps.
Round County should win their district, but they're not playing good ball right now. They're kind of coming unraveled somewhat.
They started off that 14-0 season, then the Cougars went down and upset them. And like I said, I mean, they've still been playing good ball and all that stuff, but they're not playing as tough as what they was early this season.
No, they're not. Let's take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll start the third quarter. The Cougars lead 33-24 as he pulls back out. Do you notice Rabby running the point there, that last possession by Greenup County? On over to Helton. Cougars looking a little sluggish here offensively. Helton with it, top of the key. Back it comes to Evans. Defending is Nelson. Now on over to Garrett Atkins. They've switched up. Nelson is now defending on, now they go back to that 2-3 zone.
But Greenup County's extended that 2-3 zone out wider.
Evans with it. Rabby back on him. Bush lost it. I think he may have been saved by a foul.
Foul will be on Becken Thomas. That is his second, team's first of the half. Rick, we picked up another listener tonight. We've got John Lee watching because it's on TV and all that stuff. Well, let me say this. The channel is on. He's probably asleep, and Barb will probably have to wake him up, tell him what the final score was after the game.
There you go. A three again by Evans. That time they had Robinson on him. Tell you what, he's on fire, isn't he? You know, I've seen a lot of basketball. I've not seen anybody with a quicker release than Evans.
I mean, as soon as he catches it, it's already going up in motion.
It's gone. Nelson with it, top of the key. Pulling it back, looking inside. Needing help. On over to Robinson. Robinson to Rabby. Rabby top of the key, left side. Nelson. 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Cougars lead 36-24. Nelson wants it inside. I thought he walked. Yep. He wanted to take it inside, pulled it up, and then backed up.
Give an extra little bunny hopper at the end.
Cougars lead 36-24. Back to a 12-point lead. They've led as many as 13. Led by 9 at the half. Atkins with it. Helton. On over to Evans. Evans looking now. He gives it off to Bush. Bush driving. Puts a little short jumper up off the back of the iron. Robinson with the rebound. Bringing it up Nelson. Left side, left wing, Rabby. Rabby will kick it back to Robinson. Downtown three. No good. Atkins with the rebound. Atkins bringing it down. Now over to Helton. Back to Atkins. Fired a shot underneath the Bush. A little hook. No good. Rebound Thomas. Nelson will bring it up. Top of the key. 5:25. Nelson put it up from the free throw line and hit. And Greenup wants a 30-second timeout. Cougars lead by 10. Their largest lead has been 13. They led by 9 at the half.
You're talking about that district game a week from the night with Morgan County against Elliott County. I'd say the last one that leaves West Liberty, turn the lights off. Yes. The last one going through Sandy Hook and leaving Sandy Hook to go over, turn the lights off, because that will be a packed gym for them two games.
West Carter has got plenty of room there.
Yes.
I mean, and it will be packed. West Carter's got a nice facility down there. And well, I tell you what a district. East, West, and all the teams is good. West Carter or East Carter got off to a slow start, but they've come on strong.
Yes, they have. They're, like I said, I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. They started firing about a little over halfway through the season, and they're clicking.
Boyd County should win their district. Ashland, I believe, will come in number 2, and Ashland will be in the region as well, but we'll wait and see what happens. Over to Helton. Bring around. Garrett Atkins directing traffic. Cougars lead by 10. 4:57 remaining in the third. Over to Helton. Now back to Atkins. Atkins with it, pulling on out. Atkins will pull up from the free throw line and hit it. Nelson will bring it down for Greenup County. Cougars back to a 12-point lead. Garrett Wright is coming back in at the next break. Nelson with it. Nelson won the baseline. He just pulled up and fired it and connected. Garrett Atkins coming up. Little pressure from Greenup County. Bush baseline floater, no good. Robinson rebound over to Nelson. Nelson shifting gears. Left side, Rabby for a three. No good. Bush chases it down. And bringing it up is Evans. Over to Atkins. Evans is pulling it on out. He's going to let Atkins go ahead and take over. Gillum will come way right side. Evans wide open. He thought about it. Three up. Atkins will hit it. How many points for Atkins? Nelson's going to bring it up over to Rabby.
That was Atkins' 14th point.
Rabby running the point now. They've used 3-point guards, John. Rabby wanted it inside. Helton cut it off. He goes back. Right wing, it goes to Thomas. Thomas pulling it on out. On over it goes to Robinson. Robinson wants the baseline. He's cut off. Turn around off the glass. No good. Ball on the floor. Everybody jumping for it. Gillum to Evans. Evans baseline off to Helton. Put him on the line. Count the bucket. Good look from Evans to Helton.
Foul will be on Beckon Thomas. That is his third. Team second of the half. Helton will go to the line to shoot one.
Wow, already 3 fouls on Thomas.
And when that ball was on the floor there, I think Atkins banged his knee off the floor and his head off the floor.
And coming out will be Thomas with 3 fouls. Helton free throw, no good. Missed a 3-point opportunity. Coming down with it will be Carter. On over to Nelson, wanted the baseline. Bush stopped him. Bush playing extremely aggressive right now. Garrett Wright came in for Gillum. And he'll pull up from the free throw line. No good. Wright with the rebound over to Evans. Evans directing traffic. Helton, right wing. Atkins for a three. Got it! Nelson will bring it down. 46-28.
Atkins got blood on his knee.
2:21 left. And we got a whistle. $18-point lead for the Cougars.
Atkins is shooting 4 of 5 behind the 3-point line.
Man.
The whole Cougar team shooting good today.
They are. 80%. Let's see. We got some blood, Garrett Atkins. And Garrett Atkins is going to have to go out, get cleaned up. I don't think he's got any on his uniform.
I think Coach Purry's wanting a timeout. He said, if Atkins is coming out, just give me a timeout.
Right. Give everybody a bit of a rest. Cougars is going to take time to clean Atkins' knee up. Cougars lead 46-28. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Let's give it up to the Morgan County cheerleaders.
Rick Barker, John Brown, Eric Nantel, Don Burton in the studio. The Cougars lead 46-28, 2:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Nelson will inbound for Greenup County. Bush defending the inbound pass. And trying to get it way back it goes to Keaton. And Carter lost it. Helton come up with it. Left side, Evans open for a three. Got it! Red hot behind the 3-point line. Nelson brings it up, top of the key. Looking inside. Nelson wants the baseline. Bush bumping him all the way.
Offensive foul. Foul will be on Brady Nelson. That is his first, team second of the half.
It surprised me a little bit about that call.
Well, he was bumping him, but he got that arm, that elbow in there just to bump.
And Cougars are doing a little substitution as Carter will come out. And coming in for the Cougars will be Connor Gillum, a sophomore. Over to Connor Gillum. Now back to Bush, back to Gillum. Gillum crosses midcourt. And over to Bush. Bush top of the key. Gillum with it, looking inside. Nothing there. Bush top of the key. A minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Cougars lead 49-28. Connor Gillum in the left wing goes Helton. Now back top of the key. Gillum. Corner Evans, another three. No, comes out of there. Bush has got the rebound. He dropped it on the ground. Coming up with it is Carter. On over to Nelson. Carter, a seventh grader, put up a three. No good. Carter with his own rebound. On over it goes to Walker. And putting up a shot, no good, was Nelson. Rebound Keaton. Rabby, top of the key. Rabby pushing off a little bit there offensive. And a whistle.
Got a foul on Connor Gillum. That'll be his first, team's first of the half. Greenup will inbound underneath their basket.
55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cougars lead 49-28. In the JV game, Cougars winning 48-34, and that's almost what we got here now. Nelson comes back out with it. Only Cougars got three starters in there. Bush, Evans, and Helton. Atkins went out with a blood on his knee, and we got a whistle.
Foul will be on Cam Bush. That is his second, team second of the half.
Going to count
Nelson
the
will
bucket.
go to the line to shoot one.
There's Nelson, a 76% free throw shooter.
He is 2 for 2 tonight.
Griffin Keaton will come out as Brady Burchett will come in. He got three-point trip.
We got Atkins coming, Garrett Atkins coming back in for Connor Gillum. He's changed over to jersey number 13. I don't know if he can wear that number or not because I'm going to tell my age here in a minute. His uncle is my first cousin, and that's the number his uncle wore.
Wow. Number 13 is Garrett Atkins. He must have a little blood on that jersey. Atkins puts it up, no good, followed by Wright, and Wright will score. Nelson will come down, 20-point lead for the Cougars. Left side, Carter with it. Carter, a seventh grader. He'll give it back to Nelson. Xander Carter had a great JV game. Rabby had it blocked on him by Wright. The ball's still loose. Rabby chasing it down at the buzzer. And that's going to end it for the third quarter. Cougars lead 51-31. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Cougars lead by 20, 51-30, starting the fourth quarter. The Cougars scored 18 points in the third quarter, and Greenup scoring 13 points in the third quarter. And it's going to be Cougar ball at midcourt. Garrett Atkins with it, crosses midcourt. Brady Nelson will defend. Now over to Helton. Back it goes to Evans, the left side. Atkins, he's in a bit of a trouble. He's just going to have to dribble out of it. Atkins with it, once inside, kicks it back to Evans. Thought about the three. Evans going to move closer, puts it up and got it. I don't know if there's a spot on this floor Evans cannot hit from.
No, I mean, he's missed very few shots tonight. And that's even with a hand in his face.
Right. Cougars' largest lead, 22. Nelson with it, Bush defending. Nelson going to take it from sideline to sideline. And he'll put it up from the free throw line and hit. Getting ready to come in will be Asa O'Neal along with Connor Gillum. Evans crosses midcourt. Raby defending. Evans pull up a little jumper. No good.
We may have jinxed him there, Rick.
We may have. Brecken Thomas with the rebound over to Nelson. Raby. Nelson. Bush coming out with him. Man defense. 6:40 remaining in the game. Cougars lead by 20, 53-22. Nelson spin move, but he walked. Somebody going to get whistled for the foul, though, I think.
Foul is on Cam Bush. That is his third. Team's third of the half. Greenup County will inbound underneath their basket.
Bush will come out. Jared Atkins will come out. Connor Gillum will come in. Asa O'Neal will come in as well. Inbounding is Nelson. Defending is Asa O'Neal. And coming up with it is Helton. Coast to coast, and he slam dunked her. That's Helton's first slam this season.
First slam, I think, of his career official in a game.
Wow. Hope he gets some slams Monday night. Nelson with it, baseline, shoots it to the right side. Thomas. A three will go up and no good by Robinson. And got something over there. The officials had us blocked.
Got a foul on Connor Gillum. That is his second. Team's fourth of the half. Greenup County will inbound underneath their basket.
Cougars are feeling it tonight, John. I think the fat lady's singing. Nelson way back to Raby, tipped away. Raby runs it down. Raby trying to bring it up. Helton defending. Raby will take it to the right side. Now coming around with it is Carter. On over to Nelson. Underneath. And wow, no call. As Thomas got the feet in the paint and put it up. Evans will bring it down. Raby will defend. And on over to Wright. Wright turnaround jumper, no good. Helton puts it back up and in.
I think that slam by Helton fired him up a little more. Get a little more jump in his step.
It got him going. Slamma jamma Helton. Nelson with it into the paint, and he runs over Connor Gillum. Woo.
Foul is on Brady Nelson. That is his second. Team's fourth of the half.
Cougars lead 57-35. 22-point lead. Helton's going to bring it down. Cougars is blessed with a lot of good ball handlers on this club. On over to Helton. Helton wants it inside. Raby trying to deny him. He's not going to be denied. Count the bucket. Put Helton on the line as Raby. No, that was maybe Thomas.
Foul is on Brecken Thomas. His fourth, team's fifth of the half. Helton will go to the line to shoot one.
Free throw, no good. We
got a lane violation on Helton. He was the free throw shooter, and he crossed the line. Everybody else can leave when it leaves the shooter's hand, but the shooter has to wait till it touches the rim. And Helton knew his shot was off, and he was going after it.
Helton just forgot. He knew it was off when it left his hand. Raby will bring it down. Greenup has used 3 points tonight. Now it's going to go back to Nelson. Over to Raby, left side in front of the Goon Squad. Now it goes back to Nelson. 4:50 left in the game. Good hustle by Connor Gillum to slap that one out. Cougars lead 59-35. Cougars up by 24, their largest lead. Nelson trying to get it in. Way back it comes to Raby. Raby working left side. No good. Gillum rebound. Bringing it in. He's going to slow her up. Good move. Let everybody get in front of him. Over to Evans. Way back to Connor Gillum. Top of the key. Raby comes out. Evans, right corner, right for a three. Got her! I knew Wright was due for at least one a game.
That's the first one he'd even shot tonight.
Cougars 62-35. Cougars up by 27. And Thomas scoring. Evans will bring it down. Top of the key. On over to Helton. Helton won the paint, kicks back. Gillum will put up a three. No good. Rebound. Comes down to Rabby. Rabby coast to coast. On over right side. And Brady Burchett is fouled.
Foul will be on Jake Helton. That is his first, team 6 of the half. Helton will go to the line to shoot 2.
And Brady Burchett has only been to the free throw line 3 times. He's 1 for 2. And Brecken Thomas will come out. And Austin Evans will come in. No good. As good as he rattles that one in. Helton out of control. He regains it off the glass. He's going to score and make his way back to the free throw line. Helton struggled a little bit from the line tonight, hasn't he, John?
Yes, he's 0 for 2.
And 0 for 3. And Rabby comes down with it. Nelson will bring it down. 7th grader getting ready to come back in. Xander Carter. Top of the key is Rabby. Xander Carter had a good JV game. Baseline, got a foul.
Foul is on Connor Gillum. That is his 3rd, team 7th. Greenup County will go to the line to shoot the bonus.
Cameron Walker will come in as Zane Carter will leave the game. Cougars should move to 17-11 on the season. Greenup County will fall to 9-17. And Coach Perry emptying his bench with 3:21 remaining into the game. And we've got Levi Mayab in. Chandler Linden making an appearance. Free throw up and good. We have one more. And Cole French will come into the game. Cougars has got all their starters on the bench, as well as Greenup County. Second free throw, no good. Linden comes down with the rebound. Bringing it down will be Gillum. Gillum works onto the right side. Now back to O'Neal. Right. Spin move. Puts it up. No good. Crashing the boards. Greenup County coming down with it is Burchett. Now over to Xander Carter. Left wing. Into the paint. Shot up and good by French. Under 3 minutes to play, Cougars lead 64-42. 22-point lead. Conley will put it up, comes up short, and trying to tip it in was Linden. Burchett will come down with it, off the glass, no good. Back to Evans. Evans will put it in, up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Linden comes down with it, and over to Conley and throws it to the cheerleaders. Or over to O'Neal. 2:21 left. 22-point lead for the Cougars. Carter with it, top of the key. Cougars is led by 27. Back to Carter. Carter. Top of the key. Trying to peek around an official here, John. Over to Evans. Back to Burchett. On over to French. French has got it. Top of the key. Under 2 minutes to play. Turnover. Mayab with it. Coast to close. Got her. And Mayab goes into the varsity books with 2. And who we got coming in, John?
Caleb Brown.
Caleb Brown.
That's what the Goon Squad was hollering. We want Cecil, and that's what they call him.
Oh, do they? And Coach Perry heard their cries, and Cecil is coming in. Carter with it. Baseline, puts it up, rattles in 2, I believe. Caleb Brown will come in along with A.J. Conley. Asa O'Neal will go out along with Garrett Wright. A minute 24 remaining. Cougars still with a 22-point lead. Connor Gillum will bring it down. Top of the key. On over to Mayab. Back it goes to Conley. Over to Mayab. Brown with it. Inside, good pass by Brown that wouldn't fall by Conley. Turn around is Burchett. Left corner, Evans. Evans trying to pull it back out. Takes it back to Burchett. Down to 50 seconds left in the game. Carter thought about the shot. Mayab changed his mind into the paint. Off the glass, no good. And ball loose. Coming down with it is Conley. Back over to Gillum. Gillum will bring it across midcourt. Left side, Mayab. Left corner, Conley. And Brown in the corner. Back at it comes to Mayab. And a three will go up. And hitting the three is A.J. Conley. And Elijah O'Quinn will make his way into the game as Connor Gillum will come out. And in for Greenup County, I don't have him. Number 4, is he on your roster over there? Number 4. Xander Carter with it, going to the left side.
It's not on our roster over here either.
Okay. Xander Carter with a three, no good. Fight for a rebound, put back up, and no good. It's loose. Brown comes down with it. Brown dribbling now. That's going to do it. Cougars win 69-44 over Greenup County. And it was all Cougars all night long. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have end of the game stats. By a score of 69-44. In the first quarter, Cougars led 16-14, up by 2. At the half, the Cougars led Greenup County 33-24. Cougars scoring 17 points in the second quarter. Greenup County scoring 10 points in the second quarter. In the third quarter, Cougars led 51-31. They was up by 20. Cougars scoring 18 points in the third quarter. 13 points was scored by Greenup County in the third quarter. The game ended up Cougars winning 69-44. Cougars scoring 18 points in the fourth quarter. Greenup scoring 13 points in the fourth quarter. In both the third and fourth quarter, the Cougars scored 18 points. In the third and fourth quarter, Greenup County scored 13 points. Turnovers, the Cougars had 3. Greenup had 2. There were 2 ties at 6 and at 14. There were 14 lead changes. The Cougars led 12 different times. Greenup County leading twice. The Cougars' largest lead was 27. Greenup County's largest lead was 3. John?
To lead the way for your Greenup County Musketeers, you've got Brady Nelson with 17. Elijah Raby with 6. Becken Thomas with 6. Zane Carter with 8. And Xander Carter with 2. Cole French with 2. Griffin Keaton with 2. And Brady Burchett with 1. As a team, Greenup County pulled down 18 rebounds for the game. And from the free throw line, they shot 6 of 7 for 85%. And beyond the three-point line, they was 0 for 6 for 0%. And that 17, Rick, seems to be the magic number. Their leading scorer had 17. Cougars had 3 players with 17. Leading the way for the Cougars, you've got Blake Evans with 17. You've got Garrett Atkins with 17. You've also got Jake Helton with 17. You've got Zach Gillum with 2. You've got Cam Bush with 6. You've got Garrett Wright with 5. You've got Levi Mayab with 2. And you've got A.J. Conley with 3. If I count it right, Cougars put 8 players on the scoring board. As a team, Cougars rebound at 23 rebounds for the game. And from the free throw line, they was 1 of 5 for 20%. But the big factor in this game, from the 3-point line, they was 14 of 19 for 74%.
Cougars will be back here at Veterans Memorial Gymnasium Wednesday. That is seniors night, and that will be against Phelps. That will be a 7:30 tip-off. And then Monday they will travel to West Carter, taking on Elliott County in the 62nd district game. Coach, it looked like the only weakness was from the free throw line stat-wise.
Well, we came out a little stagnant. Defensively, our focus was not there. Gave up some shots that we probably shouldn't have. But we came out the second half and dialed in defensively and was on cue. And when you're on cue, you're going to make things happen. I thought we played well offensively all night, but we can't trade baskets with people early on, especially Monday night. We cannot come out and not be focused on defense and be where we're supposed to be, because it could be a bad recipe.
Cougars seem to step it up a notch or two anytime they play Elliott and Round, both being rivals.
Well, our kids see the value in those games. And when it means something to these guys, they play truly to their ability. I think we played to the level of our competition a lot of times. And I don't know the rhyme, reason, or recipe for how to fix that. You just got to play with effort and intensity. And I thought we did that second half. We got out and ran. We knocked some shots down. Shot the ball extremely well behind the three-point arc early on, and that continued. Our offense was better. Our spacing on our offense was good. We relocated when the ball went to the post, which is something we addressed yesterday in our walkthrough. And, I give props to our assistant coaches, Coach Sparkman and Coach Evans and Coach Klinger. That's one of the things that they emphasized yesterday. We got to relocate a little bit better. We hit the post. We're moving. We're finding an open spot, and we did that. And we were able to knock down some shots. And like I said, offensively, right on cue all night long. It's just we've got to be dialed in, because you have a quarter off against Elliott County defensively. It may not be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they can score in bunches.
Yes, they can
score all 5 positions could score. They're going to pretty much play four guards and a big. And then they'll probably sometimes go 5 guards. And when they go that 5-guard lineup, and sometimes we have a hard time getting out on shooters. So we have to mix and match our lineup as well to try to put us in a position to where we can be successful.
First time you played Elliott County, Coach Spencer had 45. The second time he had 41. Are you going to let out what you're going to do there defensively?
No, I'm not saying nothing. Not saying nothing. We're working. We're working. We'll have something, And like I said, good players rise to the occasion. He's capable of going off for 40. Yeah. We know that. We just got to make his looks difficult. But at the same time, we can't allow Tanner Dickerson to go off. Right. We can't allow Cole Whitley to go off. We can't allow Gage Evans to go off.
Exactly.
We can't allow Bryson Dickerson to control the backboards. There's a lot of things that we have to do well in that game to be highly, highly competitive and come out there with a W.
I actually thought you would stop me when I asked that question, because you've got Phelps, and I know you don't like to look ahead. Senior night against Phelps here Wednesday.
Big night, very special night. We get to send off 4 kids that have meant a great deal to the program. They've been a part of multiple winning seasons. Each one individually brings something different to the table. Garrett Atkins is tenacious. I want to say this, and this is me being very, very critical as a coach. He, at the beginning of the year, was our best player.
Yes.
I thought he was our best player. And he's struggled a little bit offensively, and that's not a knock on him. But I think the last 2 or 3 games, he is just dialed in.
He has.
And if he can bring that Monday night and alter and contest and change shots and give us probably 10, 15, maybe 20, and we can get Blake open shots. And Blake's a tremendous shooter. Blake may go down as one of the top 10 all-time 3-point field goal makers in the history of Kentucky high school basketball by the time he graduates. So, and then you take Cameron Bush. Cam was a little bit under the weather. He's kind of fighting a stomach bug today. And so I don't want to say he didn't play well. He played well, but at the same time, I can understand that virus. It affects you.
Right.
You're in the back. You're in the restroom quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, you got a weak stomach. But he's been instrumental in a lot of wins. I felt like he's played really, really well in big games, and I hope he continues. And then like Zach Gillum is just energy. We need positive energy from him. Just bring that effort and that relentless fight not to give up. So you're talking 4 kids that mean a lot to this program, mean a lot to our coaching staff, mean a lot to our school and our community. So we're going to send them off here with a ceremony on Wednesday night prior to the start of the varsity tip, and it could get emotional.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't see how you do it, Coach. You lose players, every year. You have graduates and so forth. And I guess it is emotional for you.
Well, you get attached to these kids.
Oh, yeah.
You get attached to these kids. You work with them every single day, over a 4-year period. And so, you get attached to them. And you got to get to know them as people. And they're good kids. I respect them more as individuals than I do basketball players because every one of them do it the right way in the classroom.
Yeah.
They do it the right way every day in life. They work hard. They come in here and practice hard. They're coachable. There's times where me and them kind of bump heads because, I expect a lot out of them. But to see the development and the growth and the maturity that they've displayed over the last 4 years is tremendous.
Final words, Coach, before I let you go.
Like I said, I'd encourage everybody to come out Wednesday night, send these guys off. Be the last time they ever get to play here in this gym in front of their home crowd. We need a big crowd in here to let these guys know how much they mean to the community, the school, and the program itself.
Right. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you all.
Coach Perry, post-game show, which was brought to you by Bank of the Mountains in West Liberty, Index, and Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment, a real community bank. Cougars winning big here tonight by 25, defeating Greenup County 69-44. The Cougars will be back here Wednesday night, 7:30 tip-off, senior night, and Coach Perry urging everyone to get out and see the Cougars and the festivities that they will have for the seniors. And then it goes from Wednesday night, Cougars move into district play, and they will be taking on Elliott County, and that will happen at 7 o'clock at West Carter. And if you intend to be at that game, I'd say 4:30 be a good time to get a seat. So I would expect that place to be packed. West Carter's got a really nice facilities, and seems like a lot of room, but it's going to be taken up quick. That's going to do it for Don Burton back in the studio. Myself, Rick Barker, Eric Nantel, John Brown. I'd like to thank all them guys for such a great job that they do. Until Wednesday night, good night to all.